Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and just look at this all brass lips padlock. It's clearly a vintage padlock. Lips are now owned by, like most lock brands it seems, Assa Abloy, but this is a vintage one and is most likely used as a lock which is used in a marine environment. With that all brass shackle, it's going to be very corrosion resistant. Now, despite its advanced years, a bit like me, it works very smoothly, and what is interesting is the plug or core turns both ways 90 degrees to have two different ways of opening it, and the locking mechanism here is not shimmable, which is even nicer. So it's not a ball bearing mechanism, but it's obviously turned by an actuator, and these are not sprung, so the locking pull or pawls, just one pawl, goes into the shackle slot just there and locks up the padlock very, very nicely. Very, very smooth lock. So even though it's old, it's definitely been kept in good service all this time. Picking it, well, it definitely has spools, but I think we can get around that. So let's throw this in a vise and see how far we get. Okay, so we are in the vise. That key bitting isn't fantastic. It's got a medium cut in pin position 1, then 2, 3, 4 and 5 are quite high. Now, a couple of things are that the pins are extremely low in the lock, which means you can't actually put a pick in. We see because it's butting up against the pins, you have to put the pick in, turn it around the warding like this to get underneath the pins. So that's one good feature. The other thing is that the springs in the pin chambers are quite strong. So again, quite a good feature in terms of security. So I'm going to use a top of the keyway turner and a gem pick in 18 thousandths. The keyway is surprisingly, again, well warded, so it's quite paracentric. So just going to go in, lift up and around that warding and see where we get to. 4, 3, little click, 2, and 1's binding, I think. Yeah, little click out of that 2. Back in, lift up and through again. And all I'm doing is, that's pin 2 there. No, that's pin 3. This is pin 1 again. Felt a little click there. Back to pin 5. Little click. 2. And nothing at the front. Go back in again. 4. I don't think I've overset anything. 5 feels fine. 4 now. Little click and into a full set. 3, some counter rotation, but I think I might drop something, so just gonna, that's it, move that tension back until I get onto pin 2 there. That counter rotation still got the full set, which is good. Back through pin 1 now. Nice counter rotation. Don't want to drop any of the pins, and we are open. And we only need to turn to 90 degrees. We should be able to take us out of the vise and open up that lovely shackle. So there we go. What a fun little lock. And I think if I did clean this up, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to get rid of the lovely brushing. If you polish too hard, it just looks too shiny, and that's not very nice. But I think with a careful clean, that will be a really beautiful lock as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so. If you have a comment about this lovely lock, please do leave it below. I do read them all and reply to as many as I possibly can. And of course, I'll see you all next time.